Well, I want to show you something that I use a lot to decorate my book covers, which is my gilding pen, which isn't actually a pen, but it's more like a little soldering iron, which gets really hot. I have a sort of dull point at the end today, and you use this to trace a design in foil. This is foil. Today I'm using silver, and on the back side is a glue, a layer of glue which melts into your linen of your book cover and then sticks to the linen, and with that you can make all sorts of designs. I'm going to write "Don't Panic" in silver on this cover, dark blue linen. What I've did is I've measured out the center of the cover, and I've traced my design with tracing paper. You can also use 80 grams printing paper, which is what most printing paper is, but I used tracing paper today. I fixated it with this paper tape, because it doesn't leave traces on the linen, which is very important. So I'm going to put the foil underneath my design, with of course the shiny side up. Let's see, a bit more to the right. You want to fixate your design and your foil, because you don't want them to shift while you are working. So that should work. You can see that the foil is under my design. Fixate the paper. And now what you do is use the pen to slowly trace your design. So we're going to do that. Don't be afraid to press down, so you press the foil into the linen, which is what the official gilding things do. They press the design into the linen, which makes it more resistant to wear and tear. Slowly trace the design. And of course, I'm drawing letters this time. And of course, because I do it by hand, it's not as tight as it would be when you have an actual cast type and press that into the linen. But the advantage of having a gilding pen is that you can do other designs as well that are not, and you're not constrained to the fonts that you have. This is a font that I used, that I found on the internet, and I thought that it would nicely qualify as large and friendly. So I used it, printed it on my computer, and then traced it onto the tracing paper. Don't be too hasty. Take your time. And if you think that a particular part needs more work, you can always do that. You can always go back to it. Also, this time I'm making a design in a single color, but there are more colors of foil. So if you have a multicolor design, you can do that too. Just make sure that you have fixated your design and simply swap out the bits of foil underneath. And using this technique, you can really add a personal touch to your covers. I'm using linen this time as a base, but it also works on paper. In fact, it works on pretty much everything that has a semi-smooth surface. Just slowly trace your design. And it's not going to be super tight, but we'll just call that the charm of handmade. I'm using a bit of a dull point at the moment, which makes rather broad lines, which you'll see in a minute. But I also have other points, a large flat one or a very pointy one for the final work. And as you see, it's important that the design is really well fixated on the cover, because otherwise it might shift and then the whole thing is off, of course. Well, that was that. Let's see how it turned out. You can see where the foil is pressed into the linen. You can see the linen structure, or maybe you can't because of the lighting, but the linen structure is visible through the foil. So let's see how it turned out. Don't panic, in a large friendly font. And of course, if I was doing another a multicolor design, I could do another color of foil here and then simply refix my design. But since I'm only doing one color tonight, it's done. There you have it. Don't panic.